Life is a negotiation. Every day, whether we want it or not, we end up in situations where we just simply have to negotiate. That might be at our workplace, at the store, or wherever. So Never Split the Difference by Voss is actually an excellent book on this topic. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick summary of the book. Hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So we are talking about Never Split the Difference, negotiating as if your life depended on it, by Voss. So he's a former FBI top hostage negotiators, and this is his field-tested tools for talking anyone into or out of just about anything. So let's dig in. Pretty much like this is going to be just a quick summary. If you want to have a full chapter by chapter summary, then just check out the link over here. But yeah, so the 5 big ideas of this book are, first of all, listening. So negotiations really begin with listening, making it about the other people. It's not about you. Make it actually about the other person, and really validating their emotions and creating enough trust and safety for a real conversation to begin. So only by listening you can actually build this rapport, you can build this trust, and you make such kind of environment that the other person actually feel that they can speak freely. Then, and you might actually ask that, okay, fine, that sounds good, but how to do it? Well, we can actually use mirroring to encourage the other side to emphasize and bond with you. Keep people talking by your side time to regroup, and really encourage your counterparts to reveal their strategy, to really reveal that what are they after and how are they actually going to achieve that. Then second thing is tactical empathy. So what is it? Well, tactical empathy brings our attention to both the emotional obstacles and the potential pathways to getting an agreement done. So it's not only about getting what we want to do, what we want to achieve, but also making it such a way that we can come up to an agreement where we can actually, both parties are gaining what they actually want. And mirroring, that's pretty much like giving someone's emotion a name, otherwise known as this. Mirroring is pretty much that you just repeat what the other person is saying, just to basically dig out more information. So let's say that someone is saying that, yeah, I mean, I really always need to start my day with a cup of good coffee to get the day started. And then you could ask, like, repeat the last words. Get the day started? Yeah, I mean, when I get a coffee, I really start to feel energetic and my ideas start to pop up. So I'm actually going to have a good day if I just get the first cup of coffee. So you're basically just pretty much like repeating some words that the other person is saying in order to get more information, in order to get understand more about what the other person is saying. Then we have labeling. So labeling is about giving these specific emotions a name. I mean, it pretty much gets us close to someone without really asking about external factors that we know nothing about. And then big thing here, big idea is actually the no. So no actually provides a great opportunity for us and the other party to clarify what is that we really want by really eliminating what we don't want. So these are pretty much the 5 big ideas, and all of these are really effective and really go a long way. But yeah, I mean, it's good to ask that, okay, I mean, why do these tactics even matter? The thing is that, I mean, people want to be understood and accepted. We all have these like two primary urges. We have this need to feel safe and secure, and we want to feel that we are in control. And if we really listen, I mean, not just be silent, but actually listen intensely, we saw that we are actually paying attention, we are actually understanding what the other person is saying, then we are demonstrating empathy, and we are showing a sincere desire to better understand what the other side is experiencing. I think tactical empathy is really about imagining myself in the other person's shoes. So we recognize their perspective and really vocalize that recognition. Just by saying it out loud, it really makes us show the other counterpart that okay, we understand what you're actually saying. So we understand the counterpart's feelings and hear what is really behind those feelings. So it brings the attention to the emotional obstacles to getting an agreement done. So we don't want to just win this kind of negotiation. We actually want to get to an agreement where actually both parties are aligned and get what they want. So we are basically looking at the words, tone and body language. So we spot the changes and look for incongruencies. And that means that we can actually have a different kind of tone, we can have a different kind of body language, we can basically mirror the other person, and to kind of show that we are on the same ground here. We are on the same boat, we are on the same page. So we are building empathy to reveal more information. So as mentioned, mirroring is about repeating either the last or the critical, most important 3 words of what someone else has said. It insinuates similarity, which facilitates bonding. And there's connectors because they help your counterpart connect thoughts. So we're actually helping the other person also to get the point across, and they really dig information that the other party is trying to show. So the mirror process can be that we kind of like, as Chris Voss uses this term, that we use this late night FM DJ voice. So that means that it's kind of like mellow, kind of bit slow paced, and it's pretty much like doing a late night. And we can often start the sentences with "I'm sorry," and we can use silence at least 4 seconds to let the mirror really work its magic. Then pretty much repeat. So then we can diffuse all these emotions, anger, hate and disappointment. So labeling is about validating someone's emotion by acknowledging it. It seems like this is important to you. It sounds like you might be a bit upset. It looks like you are not really getting what you're trying to achieve. And the pause is really important because we want the label to sink in. The other party will actually feel in the silence. And every fourth verbalization should be a label, because this really emphasizes that hey, we are actually listening, we are actually paying attention here. So then there's neutralizing the negatives. So it's focused first on clearing the barriers to an agreement and really label these fears, diffuse their power. Like, I mean, you can even use some strong language to say that, okay, I mean, I realize that I might seem like an a-hole, but my goal is this and that. So that way you kind of like clear out the space for the other person to acknowledge. And the process is really like observe without reaction and judgment, label each negative feeling, then replace with a positive, compassionate and solution-based thought. And know really makes others feel in control and tell the real reasons, to really tell the truth. And as we just pointed out, like all of us have this feeling have this need to be feeling that we are in control. So saying yes can actually make people defensive, but no can give you control. So if I hear no, then what about this doesn't work for you? What would you need to make this work? It seems there's something here that bothers you. And there's 3 types of yeses. Counterfeit, yes has an escape route, want to say the no, or the confirmation, like reflexive response question. Affirmation with no promise of action, and then commitment. True agreement that leads to action. And we can actually sometimes trigger a no. So is now a bad time to talk? And sometimes we can force the counterpart into a no, intentionally mislabeling an emotion, or then just ask this ridiculous question that can only be answered by a no. I mean, would it be completely crazy if we did this? And so on. So here is actually really useful cheat sheet that you can just print or put on your desktop or whatever, and this is really useful to have at hand. So make a use of this and make sure to have it at hand as needed. So here's the link for the cheat sheet, and there's actually also a masterclass. Actually couple of different kinds of masterclass where Chris Voss is going through this and really like gives this video training, so that's especially useful to have. I definitely recommend in checking it out and using these tactics. One of those most powerful tactics is that you can show that you are paying attention, that you are really listening by mirroring and labeling. If you like the book, then hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And we actually have a close group where we are discussing the topics related with this. So if you would like to be added to the group, then just comment group and we will add you there.